Happy New Year, community. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday with the Center of Wellness for Urban Women. My name is Rona Dixon. I am your manager of Wellness and Health Equity. And today, you see the CWU crew right here. We are very excited to be here. Say hello. Yep, everybody can say hello if you want to say hello.
Um,
We thought it would be great to start the year off right with a full CWU crew chat. We haven't done one of these in a really long time. And so we're very excited just to be here to come and talk to community about everything that you can expect from CWU in 2025. We'll reflect on some milestones from last year. I don't know if we'll talk about challenges or whatever, but we are just going to reflect a little bit and then share with you everything that you can expect from us in 2025. Good morning, staff. How are you? How is everybody doing? We are in this, what, second week of January, something like that. How's everybody feeling?
Feeling great.
Feeling
Feeling
good?
great.
Feeling
Pretty
good.
good.
Yay. Well, we are the Center of Wellness for Urban Women, as I said, and our mission is to empower women living in urban communities, women and their families living in urban communities to take action for their health and well-being through education, prevention, advocacy, and care. And so we have a vision that every woman would have a culture of wellness. And I am so grateful to be working alongside these women here to bring you the amazing programs that we bring you every year from the Center of Wellness for Urban Women. So I'm going to stop talking for a little bit and I will let each of the staff introduce themselves and talk a little bit about their programming here at CWU. Mackenzie, you want to start us off?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Mackenzie Lucas, and I'm the Young Women's Health Associate in our Early Connections Department, which serves 18 to 24-year-old young women. And I lead the Young Women's Advisory Council.
Anybody can jump in.
Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle Clegg, and I am the manager of Whole Health here at CWU. And the Whole Health Department contains the Early Connections program as well as the Sisters Together program.
Beautiful.
Hi, I'm Tracy Cork. I'm the Young Women's Health Specialist for the Early Connections program that serves young women 18 to 24.
Love it.
Hello, I am Selena Tillman. I am the Food Health Equity Manager of the Sprout Food Department here at CWU, and I help to manage a program for neighborhood food builders comprised of about 50 food entrepreneurs and food advocates locally here in Indianapolis.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jair Powell, Community Health and Development Coordinator. I'm also the Program Coordinator for Neighborhood Food Champions and for our In the HIV Epidemic Grant.
Hey y'all, my name is Jessica Phillips. I am the program coordinator for the Connection for Wellness program, and I'm newest to the crew.
Hey, Jessica. We are excited to have Jessica with us. She's been with us, what, for a little over a month now, Jessica? Happy to have you. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us. And thank you again, Ladybugs, for stopping in the middle of your day, the first day of the week, to chat and let the community know what we're doing this year. So, first off, I just wanted us to reflect a little bit on 2024. And as we've been doing reports, getting our reports done, we have monthly reports, and we're working on our year-end report right now. So I'm sure that's bringing up a lot of what you did earlier in the 2024. I know it did for me. I was like, oh, I forgot we did that. Oh, I forgot we did that. But what's one thing that made you feel super proud of your work in 2024? Anything, anybody want to share?
I can pop in here just because I just wrote my report, so everything's fresh on my mind.
Nice.
We had 13 young women be a part of our Early Connections program, in which we were combining YWAC, the Young Women's Advisory Council, and the PWA, the Peer Wellbeing Ambassador Program. It was a pilot program, and we did get a late start, so we didn't really start until about July, August. But we kept 13 young women in our first cohort, so that was super exciting that we saw them week by week, and they stayed with us all the way until now.
Beautiful. I love that, Mackenzie. I love the YWAC women. They come and assist us with a lot of our events, and they're also gracious and also sweet. So thank you guys for all that you did for us to support us in our programming last year in 2024. We really appreciate it. Anybody else?
I know I've been working on with the RISE program with the young women 18 to 24 Job Corps, and just started a new site at Lawrence Accelerated Academy. And I think the one thing that I'm proud of, because I kept trying to engage the young women, that I was able to get one young woman from Job Corps to come to our women's retreat. And she absolutely loved it and has been using the tools that was talked about in the retreat to help her with her to manage her stress, like the journaling piece. So I'm really
Love
proud
it.
about that.
Love that so much. And that's one thing that I did not say. I am your Power of Retreat program manager. So if you've ever been to a Power of Retreat, we do those for women and families in the community. So we have some of those coming up this year as well. But I did forget to say that. Anyone else? Anybody else on the team? What are you guys proud of?
I can go next. I would like to say my proudest moment is so the neighborhood food champions, it consists of like 12-week business related classes. And each participant, so it was 15 of them in our last cohort, each of them said they was able to learn something from each class. And so that meant a lot. That was my proudest moment for that cohort.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. I know as part of our retreats that we do, I am always in awe of our 7 dimensions of wellness presentation. I know Michelle uses that a lot, and I know I have used it a lot. I think it's foundational to the work that we do here at CWU. And so when we present that information to the community, it's always just amazing to me how it just makes the light bulb go on for people. Like they can begin to see how their wellness is connected, like every dimension is connected, and it really does help them to be balanced and whole. And so we had that happen several times in 2024 when we were presenting, and people just walk away with, oh my gosh, I think they can see a really clear picture. So I'm always really proud of those moments when we can share that information and the light bulb actually goes on for people. So we feel like we can see them, progressing and moving forward in their wellness. So that's always a proud moment, I think.
And
I
I
love
would
that.
like to
Oh,
go ahead,
Go
Michelle.
ahead, Selena. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. I would like to say that for me, I think a couple of proud moments. One was just being able to see the skill set of the neighborhood food builders at work outside of the programs that CWU offers. Jair just shared her program. And they go through the neighborhood food champion program, and then once successfully completed that program, then you are considered a neighborhood food builder. So you do have to go through that programming to have access to the neighborhood food builder network and opportunities there, and that's where I manage. But seeing leverage, so for example, we were able to work across departments with Sisters Together and meet a need at Concord Community Center for fresh food access. There aren't a lot of grocery stores. The population we were serving at the time were seniors through the senior fitness program that Sisters Together was providing at Concord. So we saw the need for fresh produce to be more easily accessible to that vulnerable population. So we were able to work with neighborhood food builders to supply the food for Concord all through 2024, and we are looking again to do that initiative again this year. That was something at work. Not only did we get this food distribution started, but we got to work with neighborhood food builders to do that. So shout out to Tequila, Tinker Martin, with the Office of Public Health and Safety, the Drive and Dish program, and all the partners who make that program possible. And outside of that, just the engagement, the Food Builder Network, sometimes, we coming from COVID, we've had stale periods. So coming from a period of being down, to get the engagement revved back up. That was exciting for me this past year to be able to actually meet with people and have several different engagement touch points that weren't just virtual. So that was also a success for me and something that made me glad to do the work that I do.
I love it. That's so great. So great. Taking food to the community. The access and insecurity issues are real, and grateful for you guys, implementing that program and really working with that community. We appreciate it. Love it. Anybody else want to share any other proud moments or anything that made you go, wow, we really we did that. We did that. I know I did. I said it through our chat. Michelle and I presented at the DVPN conference this year, and Michelle was the bomb. She was amazing. I came in on her presenting, and she was so excited and walking around the room, and she had her big post-it notes around the room, and everybody was. I was like, and I had the opportunity to present chair yoga and our signature program, Coloring and Conversations. But I left there feeling like, whoa, we did it. Like that was such a great day. Was it 2 days, or were we just there for one day, or was it 2 days?
It was just one
It was
day.
longer.
I
It
felt
felt
like
like
it
a
was
full
so
day.
impactful. It almost felt like 2 days.
Yeah, it was really, really good though. But yeah, I did. I left there and tooted our horns on our Subaru crew chat. Like, yeah, we did that. Like, it was just a really great experience. And again, just seeing Michelle present the 7 dimensions of wellness and people reflecting on what they were seeing, and then women experiencing chair yoga. One lady I know said that she was having a lot of back pain, and just the little bit that we did in the chair, the movement that we did in the chair, she's like, this must really work because my back is not hurting anymore. I was like, yes, people just move a little bit. So yeah, I left there feeling really, really, really good. So
Yeah, I'll echo that, Rona. I think that for me, some of the most impactful times are when you do see the light bulb. We had two really great Calm the Chaos events in 2024, especially back in May. We had a really, really nice turnout. Both events were amazing. We had amazing facilitators doing all kinds of different presentations on different mental health topics, as well as a lot of really great demonstrations for mindfulness, yoga, qigong. We had affirmation workshop. Shout out to Danielle Norris. She did an amazing job with that back in May. So I think that for me, as the former Connection for Wellness coordinator in 2024, I think I'm really proud of just all of those light bulb moments. And also a lot of cross programmatic collaboration. I think that we had a lot of women that came to one event, and once they came to one of our events, they came to another.
mhm.
So I'm really proud of those moments as well. So
Love it, love it, love it. Anything else that maybe brought a little win, or anything that brought a little smile to anybody's face over 2024? Any last thoughts?
I
Anything?
do have one more thing. We ended up distributing 454 emergency contraceptive kits
Oh my
to
gosh.
the recent releasees of the Indiana Women's Prison, and we did that all thanks to Path for You. So that's been an amazing collaboration and partnership this year, or
Woo!
this 2024 and this year.
Mackenzie, I want to make sure that we come back to that after that because I do want to know a little bit more about that. And I think that's something that can definitely be shared with the community. So I want to
For sure.
don't pin it for too long because, I'll forget. So, yes. But anyone else have any other wins? I know I do. I definitely have a win. We did our fall family nature hike at the Eagle Creek Nature Reserve Park. Woo-hoo-hoo! We did that with Project Reteach Outdoors. Patty was our facilitator and guide for that. She is an amazing hiking expert, outdoors woman, and really works with women and families to give them the skills to do those type of activities outdoors. And so two of our staff members were with us. Tracy and Michelle were there. And when I tell you it was amazing, we did a hike last year at Peace Learning Center, but this was a little more in depth to the point that we did plant identification along the hike. We stopped at the lake when we got, down into the wooded area and to the nature reserve area and did a great reflection moment, just kind of sitting by the water with the families. And then heading back, we were able to pick wild ginger and lion's mane mushroom. Was it lion's mane or turkey tail? Lion's mane and turkey tail. I mean, it was absolutely mind blowing to be able to walk over and pull, the mushrooms that were just growing there. They were beautiful golden mushrooms, lion's mane mushrooms, and know that I could just bring them home, clean them off, and cook them. It was delicious. First time I've ever had lion's mane mushroom cooked like that, and it was absolutely amazing. That was probably one of the most unforgettable moments that put a really, really, really big smile on my face. It was just so successful, and we were just so excited. Tracy was so excited to pick her ginger. She got some wild ginger. She was super excited about that. But it was just amazing to see the kids so excited. They were climbing the trees and, playing in all of the nature and asking questions. It was just a magnificent, magnificent experience. And I can't wait to do more of that this year. Anyone else?
Yes, so I would like to share a win. So, one of our food builders, Susan, her project is Westminster. So not everyone is a true food entrepreneur. Some projects are not being scaled into businesses. Some projects are aligned with other fiscal sponsors and other food initiatives in the city. So Susan has aligned her project with Westminster. So she's been serving there in their food pantry, and that is a staple of her food project, is to help them expand and grow their pantry. So one of the things that she does to contribute to the work that they already do is she uses some of her funding that she gets awarded by going through CWU's programs, the neighborhood food builder programs, and she gives her money to Westminster. She donates it to the pantry with the goal of purchasing food equipment and supplies that people typically might not have. We don't always think about that, but we talk about serving vulnerable populations, whether someone is homeless or you're going from house to house. Or they have a home but have limited resources. Maybe the heat is not on, right? Maybe they're not able to access or utilize their stove. So with that being said, she noticed just talking to a lot of the shoppers who come into the food pantry. One of the families shared that they did not have a can opener. They saw the canned goods and they said, "Well, too bad I can't use that. I don't have a way to open it." And so that kind of spurred her to thinking, okay, that's a way that the funds that I'm awarded can be utilized, right? So we, give the funds and they're able to buy the can openers so that that was no longer a barrier. We don't think about there still being, yeah, we're providing food, but there's still barriers. Even when you have access to the food, right? Sometimes it's okay, how am I going to cook it? How do I even open this, right? So it just that was a success. And then it just also from a programmatic standpoint got me also thinking differently about the needs that still go on that we don't think about when we talk about food access, right? Something as little as a can opener. Someone might have access to the canned food, but they don't have access to open it, right? So that can be a barrier. So, but she was employed, needless to say, by Westminster. So even though she's been volunteering there and working, through them, manager next month. And so that was a big win for Susan and also a big win for the network. Because again, it just shows that our food builders they're really out here. We might not know, who they all are, but they are true individuals who are truly out here serving our community. So that was a huge win and we're glad for Susan.
Thank you for that, Selena. You froze a little bit at the end there, but I think we got the gist of it. But really, really excited. Thank you for helping us see and be able to think from a different perspective about barriers and access to what may be needed for people in the community. We're always thinking, yes, just food access, but as we go deeper and peel back those layers, like you said, we begin to see other barriers that may not be top of mind for people. Something as simple as a can opener. Yes, we have the canned goods, but we can't open it. And so actually they can't use it. So we're thinking about all of those things, how to wrap our hands around our community in whatever way. I think that's great. So thank you. And kudos to your food builders and your champions. Um, Jess, you're awfully quiet over there. And so I'm going to toss this next question to you because you're on a new adventure with CWUW. This is new. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I have big shoes to step into. Michelle did an incredible job crafting and building the Connection for Wellness program. So I think I'm focused on expanding and sustaining it, making sure that people in the community know what Connection for Wellness offers, really hyping up the social support aspect. There are a lot of organizations and communities and groups that serve women and families. And I want to make sure that people understand that in addition to us serving women and families in Indianapolis and Marion County, that we're also committed to making sure that the social wellness aspect of that comes into play. So feeling like I have big shoes to step into. Really grateful to Michelle and to you for all of the help that you provided with the onboarding process and really looking forward to some of the things that we have for 2025.
Yay. And speaking of that, Jess, my next question is, if we could wave a magic wand, what's one thing you would love to see happen for us this year at CWU?
I would love to see us expand our mental health services so that we had an in-house therapist, whether that's someone to provide teletherapy, someone who could go and be stationed in the community to kind of provide that expertise to women and families who are looking to rebuild their mental health after a traumatic event or something that's available to staff. I would love for us to get the support and the funding and the programming to be able to support that. I think that overall, what I'm seeing for women who reach out for Connection for Wellness, there's always that underlying mental health aspect
Mhm,
of it,
mhm.
whether they're reaching out for assistance with their bills or they're interested in the programming. When we have that initial interaction with them and I'm speaking with them, there's always an aspect of mental health that needs to be addressed, whether it is that they want to build it up or sustain the level of mental health that they're at. So I would love for that to be part of the work that we work on this year.
Thank you. Thank you. And although Jess is new, I heard lots about Jess before she got there. It was excitement. She is a force and has a plethora of knowledge and resources deep inside her. I was working with a client who was experiencing deep grief from losing her spouse last year. And so hands changed for Jess to take over in the Connection for Wellness program. And when she began working with this client, when I asked for, just asking how things were going, Jess was able to connect her with resources that I would never have even thought of, being a woman who is experiencing grief and just lost her spouse. She connected her to a widow support group. And I was just like, oh my God, that is such a good idea. When I tell you I checked in with that client, she is so happy, so much happier than when I saw her the last time. So thank you so much, Jess. Please know that although you've only been here for a month, we know your skills. We know what you can do. So we're excited to have you on board. So thank you so much for all you've already done, just being here in this short time. So
Thank you.
anybody else, any new projects, any new cool changes or things that you're excited about seeing CWU bring to fruition this year?
So, I'm really excited for, this new role that I'm in as the manager of the whole health department. Um, Sisters Together is such an important part of the fabric of CWU. And so I'm really honored that I have been placed in this role. And for 2025, I love this question that you asked about if we could wave a magic wand. What's one thing you'd love to see us happen for us? So I think for specifically for Sisters Together, um, I think it's such a long-standing and well-known program of ours. I
Mhm.
would love to see um, the enthusiasm and participation from the women in our network. I would love to see it get back up to those levels that we've seen in past years with, 20 plus people attending our walks that we have on one Saturday out of each month. And I would also love to see a lot more Sisters Together satellite sites.
Mm.
So, shameless plug for anyone watching. If you would like to have a Sisters Together site, please contact us. We are crafting the program series for our site-based Sisters Together programs. So if your organization, your apartment complex, your church, or another entity that you're involved with would like to have a Sisters Together program, please contact us because that's really what I'm going to be focusing on this year is really building up our Sisters Together network. We have a great start already. We have a huge Facebook group. We have lots of people who have been involved in one way or another. So 2025 is just going to be about expanding and making it bigger and better than ever. And we would love to see some of those veteran faces in the building whenever we have our walks or our fitness events and things like that. And so I know there's going to be a lot of cross-program collaboration Sisters Together in 2025 as well. So if you're involved with, the wellness department, it would also be, I might pop in there at a coloring and conversations. And we're also going to be having lots of virtual programming for Sisters Together as well. So if you aren't affiliated with a site-based program for Sisters Together, there will be opportunities for you to get involved and do our 90-day wellness challenges and learn some things if you want to learn some things about the 7 dimensions of wellness and how to combat chronic illness. So I'm really excited for 2025, and I know it's only going to be on the way up from here.
Thanks, Michelle. Michelle is a Zumba instructor as well, so you probably saw her in her picture. Zumba with Michelle. So, Michelle, you're going to be teaching again. You know, I had to throw you out there. Are you going to be teaching again this year for CWU? Some classes.
Oh, I'm sure that we will have some. I really want to get a lot of variety in here. Along with Zumba, I want to explore different fitness formats and connect with a lot of the great fitness and wellness practitioners that we have here in Indianapolis. So I'll probably be leading some classes, but you'll also probably be seeing some other fitness formats as well. So we can give Sisters Together participants lots of variety and choices when it comes to moving more, at that move more, eat better piece for Sisters Together. So the move more is going to be really fun, different kinds of movement, but definitely Zumba is always in the equation for me.
Thank you. Thank you. Jair, we haven't heard from you. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing well.
Doing well. I know you've done some things in 2024. You were handed the HIV program. How is that going for you? That's new for CWU.
Yes, I feel like it's going well. It's definitely like a new world that I was, been a part of now. At first, I was all into the food community. And so it's been very interesting to see like the differences between both communities. But so right now I'm just trying to, get involved in it and get familiar with the people and what they got going on. But they're pretty welcoming. And it's been very exciting. So I'm excited to see, where it takes me and what else we can do with it with CWU and our programming.
Love it. So, what have you been doing? Last year, I know you were at several events doing testing. Is that what we can expect more from you in the RHIV programming in 2025?
So yeah, so with all of our CWU programming, so like all of our events, we will be having like HIV and STD info, like they can learn about it and they can receive $10 for learning about, HIV and STDs. And then they can also get a free rapid testing as well at any of our events.
Perfect, perfect. So if you need to get tested, please get to our events. We have blood pressure testing as well. Mackenzie, is that something that we'll be doing this year as well? We can expect blood pressure tests, HIV testing, anything else that we can expect at our events
A1C
this year?
testing.
And what?
A1C testing.
A1C testing. Yay. Yes, 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 yes. And actually, folks, I'll go ahead and plug this. You probably saw it on our Facebook and our Instagram. Our Envision, your 2025 vision boarding event is this Saturday from 3 to 6. Doors open at 2:30 p.m. at the CWU offices. Michelle dreamed up this event a couple years ago. And when I tell you the ladies came out to envision, they came out with their own supplies, with everything. And so we've had some really, really good vision boarding events. At CWU. So come on out this Saturday from 3 to 6 at the CWU offices, and we're going to envision together. We'll have supplies for you. We'll be making gratitude jars like we did before. We'll be doing some journaling. Anything else I'm forgetting, Michelle, that people can expect to see there?
Yes, so we will also have all CWU programs represented at this event. So this is our big 2025 kickoff. Everybody is going to be there. Everybody's going to be talking about all of their great programs. You're going to be able to sign up for programming in real time, ask questions of the program coordinators and managers and other staff here at CWU, and also we are really ramping up our volunteer ask this year. So you are also going to be able to sign up to be a CWU crew volunteer. And so that opportunity will be there as well. There'll be one volunteer orientation later on in 2025. And so signing up and showing your interest in that will be available. And yeah, it's just going to be an all around great event, a way for us to connect with our community, connect with our participants and the women who really support us in our events. And so if you are one of those folks, please come out, bring a friend, family member or two, make a day of it. There's going to be light refreshments. And like Rona was saying, we're going to have a bunch of really great craft supplies so that everybody can make their own vision board for 2025. Everybody can make a gratitude jar, which if you don't know is just a jar where you put something you're thankful for in on a little post-it note each day. And then at the end of the year, you get to read about all of the wonderful things that happened over the course of the year and that you were thankful for. So those are always really popular. So we're going to have that stuff out. And it's just going to be an amazing time. So please come out and, get all of this good wellness information and connect with us for 2025.
Thank you. Thank you. We are always looking for fun, creative ways to get more women and their families to our events. And so Envision is one of those, and you'll see more of those coming out throughout the year, whether it's us being at health fairs or events that are going on in the community. We're always at the Flanner House Block Party, and we get asked a lot to be in many different places. And so if you see CWU there, please do not hesitate to come and talk to us. If there is somewhere that you feel like it would be beneficial for us to be this year in the community, we want to reach as many women and their families as we can this year. Our motto this year is impact over everything. And so we can't make the impact if we don't have you there or if we're not there. So please let us know where we can be. Please get to our events so we can love on you and just really show you a CWU crew a good time. All right. So we'll see you at Envision on Saturday. But let's see, what's our next question? What else can we talk about, folks? Anything else that we want to share? Anything else that we want to share?
I just wanted
Oh, I'm sorry,
I just
Tracy.
wanted to share that we're going to have some workshops coming up that was created by our peer well-being ambassadors. So one is going to be on February the 15th. They're still working on it right now. And then there's one that's going to be on February 18th. It's going to be modern feminism, a panel discussion. So be looking out for that. Also, I am looking to expand the RISE program, which is a whole health program for young women 18 to 24 to help them to prevent chronic illness. If we can start early. So I'm looking for sites that I could offer that at a site. And then I'm also looking to do it virtually. So if you're a young woman who can't be at one of our sites, be looking out for the virtual edition of the RISE program as well.
Great. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love the piece that we just added. Well, not just, but we have added for our young women. That's an age gap there that gets forgotten, the 18 to 24-year-olds a lot. And so we're grateful to have Miss McKenzie and Tracy at the helm to really pull those ladies in and to make sure that they're supported and have all of the resources they need to be able to thrive and grow their own families. So grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for that. We've been talking a lot about all of the work that we do for everyone else, but I really don't want to forget about us. And we work really hard to make all of these things happen for our community, for the women and the families in our community. So what do you guys feel like are some things that we can do to keep our team spirit high and support each other even better this next year? Anybody want to share? Come on, guys, I need your support.
I already feel like we have like a welcoming space where we can engage each other and talk to each other, and there's a lot of teamwork. There's a lot of tapping into other people's strengths. I just think we just need to continue to do that and continue to make this a space that's where we can kind of like, I mean, I know some people don't want to share all their business, but if there's something going wrong, that you can always reach out to someone to let them know, hey, I'm struggling right now. Can you give me words of encouragement? I think, just continue having that type of space.
Love it. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you. Encouraging words are always good. You guys know you can always come to my office to say, for a hug or for some love. The team nominated me as a team cheerleader at our staff retreat in December. So thank you guys for that. But of course, anytime you can call me. My door is always open. My phone is always on. Anything you need, please know that I am here. I love you guys so much. And how can we make sure that we're all feeling good and thriving in the work that we're doing this year too? What are you guys doing to stay feeling good, to keep your vibration high, to keep your mental health and wellness balanced? I know we talked a lot at the beginning about the 7 dimensions of wellness and making sure that the ladies and the families in our community are balanced and healthy and whole. How are we doing that for ourselves? What are you guys doing to make sure that you're balanced, healthy, and whole? Yes, Mackenzie.
I think CWU preaches this as a whole, but I know Michelle, my manager, really hones in on life-work balance. And
Mhm.
so, really pouring into ourselves, although community is great, it's really important that we are pouring into our cups individually so we can show up and serve as best as we can when we are on our working hours.
Love it. Love it. Michelle and I received our workplace wellness certifications this year through the National Wellness Institute. So that's one thing we did not mention that we'll be rolling out this year. We'll be working with communities, we'll be working with workplaces. So if you are a workplace who needs some programming, whether it be movement, whether it be workshops and seminars, webinars, whatever you need, CWU is here to support you and bringing that programming to your workplace. So let us know what we can do. We're working really, really hard. We'll be rolling this out with our staff. And then we're very, very excited to make sure as we're doing the work in our home space that we're taking that work out and expanding it out into other workplaces. So we just really want to make sure that we're supporting and really offering are really supporting workplaces in their mental health and wellness for their employees. So stay tuned for more information on that. Anybody else? What are you guys doing to make sure that you're staying healthy and well this year while we do this work?
Mhm. Rona, for me, that looks like getting back to the gym. I'm not a gym person. I'm an active person. I'm not a gym person
Yes,
unless I
there's a
have
difference.
something I'm training for. But one thing that I've found that gets me to the gym is the sauna. So, and once I get there,
Mm.
I have to stretch. And once I start stretching, I have to do my workout. So the sauna, I'm running to the gym for the sauna, but by way of the sauna being there and that being the thing that gets me to the gym, I end up working out too. So I've been more consistent and more intentional about that and implementing fasting. I already, do my best
Mhm.
to intermittent fast. Um, just as a part of my, routine lifestyle. But lately also incorporating days, there's a few days out of the month where I don't, eat a lot. So I leverage that as my day to fast. If I'm already, I already know there's a time during the month where I'm not eating as much for whatever reason. I again I use that as my fasting window to just abstain from eating to detox, a purge, if you will. So just more intentional with those things, and then just time management. So one thing I love Siwu for is all the planning around calendars and getting us to really truly envision, through 2025, our program needs and what it's going to take down to the budget and getting the budgeting, budget needs and expenses in, ahead of time. So I think all of that is going to bring for not just a smoother program, um, and making sure we actually have everything we need when we need it, but then it trickles down into your personal life too. So I'm definitely feeling the impact of that. And last year there were a lot of like kind of like last minute things. Life just happens. So the more prepared you are, when those last minute whirlwinds do do a rise, you are more equipped, than you would have been otherwise, for that. So just very grateful, for an organization that, um, is big on coaching, knowing your people, and training, where there are deficits. So I, I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity to just grow with CWU, grow with our community, as we all increase our capacity to serve and live life.
Anybody else? Anybody
I've
else?
definitely, I'm trying to recommit to just overall wellness. And part of that is kind of what Selena and Mackenzie were talking about, the work-life balance and time management. I feel like I'm always doing something. So when I have downtime, making sure that I'm setting aside time to like prep my meals, even if it's not for the week. It might be anything where like I feel sick or under the weather, or maybe it's
Mhm.
that time of the month, and then I can pull those meals that I know are going to nourish me, where I'm not going to have to like spend $75 on DoorDash, for a day's worth of meals, and investing that in myself too. And then just finding time for myself and my hobbies. I love to read, I love to hike. And so making sure that I have time set aside, not just for meetings and for work and catching up for people, but also for quality time for myself.
Beautiful. Yeah, I've definitely stopped the TV so much. I am reading more, definitely reading more. I have a lot of books and I pay for Audible, $16 a month. Audible, you getting used
Oh.
this year. I'm listening to all the books. All
You
this.
know, Libby, if you have a library card, you can download the app Libby, and it has those as well. It has brand new audiobooks as well.
It's getting put on cancellation or hold then. We're gonna do that for free. There's some good books out there. Yeah, and
Oh,
I'm in the
yeah.
car a lot, so that's what I should be doing is listening, a lot more. So that's definitely one thing I'm doing to stay healthy and well. Anybody else real quick before we wrap things up?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm just trying to get back into my regimen too, like going to bed at a decent time, using the time management skills so I can be effective with my programming, um, creating the space for me to have my own personal time, kind of like what Selena and Jess and Mackenzie saying, learning how that work have that work life balance, making sure that I have time for me to do the things that I would like to do, like reading and my creative things that I like to do, and hanging out with my friends. So I'm really definitely gonna start working on that this year.
Love it. Love it.
And I'll add the last little bit for myself. Self-care really looks like doing absolutely nothing, number one. Because I think even sometimes when we're talking about how to care for ourselves, it involves more doing things. So really just being able to sit and not do anything, because I really do want to always be up, chipping away at some goal or some
Hmm.
task. So really just sitting and not doing things, as well as really connecting more. I'm such an outside girl. Um, but really challenging myself, especially when it's cold out, or when it's rainy, or things like that. Really challenging myself to still get out and connect with nature, even when it's not, a beautiful sunny day. And Rana, you mentioned our work with Patty at Project Reteach. Now Project Rewild is what she has rebranded as for 2025. And I follow her a lot, and so she reminds me to do that. So I will say that for me, it's making sure I'm curating my social media as well, because environmental wellness can mean nature, but also can mean, the media that we consume, and our environment that we create for ourselves. So yeah, my 2 cents.
That digital environment. Okay,
Yes, yes,
Michelle.
that's
Yeah.
true. So true. So true. That's why I said, nope, we pausing because I've been finding myself, especially on the break, finding you're on break, and so you're on this thing a lot. And so No, no, no. We need to take some more breaks. I definitely know I need to take some more breaks.
Yep, go
Definitely.
touch some grass, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly, exactly. We got don't we have t-shirts that say, no, we have t-shirts from DVPN that say "Go
Go
Heal" on the
heal.
back.
Go heal. Shout out DVPN. Whoever
Uh,
is doing their
yeah,
t-shirts, I love their t-shirts. They always have
yeah.
cool
I loved
stuff.
that t-shirt. I love that t-shirt. Well, ladies, thank you so, so, so very much for spending your Monday with us, talking to our community about everything they can look forward to in 2025. We didn't get to everything, but we just gave you some highlights. But please stay tuned. Make sure you're following CWU on all social media platforms. You can always go to our website, www.cwuonline.org, and find out about what's going on our activities page. Stay tuned for what's happening with YWAC and the RISE program with the Sprout Department and with Michelle at the helm now of the Sisters Together program and the Whole Health Department, and Miss Jessica Phillips, who is now leading the Connection for Wellness program. We got all sorts of amazing things happening this year. And I'm so grateful that I'm working with a team of women who are truly dedicated to the work that we do and truly dedicated to our community there in Indianapolis. So thank you guys so much. We look forward to working with everyone this year. Come and see us at the event starting off this Wednesday. Coloring and Conversations is virtual. Look on social media and get the link. Get your coloring supplies. Get your papers and your pencils. Get your crayons and color with us. We'll chat about winter wellness and all things going on this winter to keep us healthy and well. And then on Saturday, we'll see you for Envision 2025. We love you, community. Anybody else have anything else they want to say? Nope. See you soon. Thanks, guys.